PTSD has torn my family apart. On Remembrance Sunday, November 2016, my husband had a full mental health breakdown, and that was the day that I found out that he'd planned to take his own life. My name's Alecia, Emerson-thomas, and I'm married to Pete, who's known as ET at work. He's been serving as a Royal Marine for the last 14 years, including three tours of Afghanistan. We've been together for about 9 of those years. Sadly, during that time, his mental health has really suffered, resulting in him being diagnosed with complex PTSD. He had a mental health breakdown in 2016 and he's on the road to recovery, but that road is a really rocky one. Herrick 7 with 40 Commando was a particularly kinetic tour. He talked a lot about having firefights and seeing casualties on an almost daily basis, and that tour lasted for just over 6 months. He saw some horrific things and was involved in those things during that tour, and that's where his major trauma comes from. But preceding that, he was a battle casualty replacement after sustaining an injury to his ankle. And whilst he was waiting to go out to Afghanistan, 40 Commando sustained some heavy impact and heavy losses. A number of those people were very good friends of my husband's, and he was responsible, along with the other people in the rear party, of repatriating them from Royal Wootton Bassett and attending the funerals. Post Herrick 2012, after he lost his dad, his behaviour started to unravel. He was regularly using alcohol to lower his inhibitions, and then whilst intoxicated he was seeking fights so that he didn't have to deal with his emotional trauma. That all came to a head in November of 2016. He'd gone out after Remembrance Sunday. In the end, he took himself away from the pub and was trying to throw himself in front of cars off of a roundabout. He ended up coming home, being brought home to me. I was 7.5 months pregnant. I couldn't go and collect him. I had 2 young children asleep in bed. And when he came in the door, I just knew that that was the point that he'd completely broken. I could see it in his face. And he confessed to me that he'd been planning to take his own life for quite a long time. E.T.'s not cured. He's been in a rehabilitation unit for about the last 12 months, and he medically discharges later this year. Just because he's leaving, it doesn't mean that he doesn't need continued therapy. He's got complex PTSD. Along with that, I struggle, and so do my children, and we need the support too. We have to be able to rely on charities in order to get the help that we need as a family. You can help military families like mine living with PTSD by signing up to the Veterans Lottery.